can you possibly have a bad day and not eat over it? Well, today I want to show you one of the ways that we were coaching live last night after the webinar on how in the world you can actually have a bad day and not eat over it. If you have any comments or there's something specific that you want to deal with, or questions, just put them in the comments. So if we haven't met, my name is Denise Jelinek, and I help women over 40 stop emotional eating so they can absolutely wake up in bodies that they totally love, have the health that they deserve, blah, 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 blah. But you are here because you want to know, how do I have a bad day and not overeat? Well, here is something that specifically happened to moi yesterday. So I was having like one of those dull days. I don't know if you ever have that. So my husband works at a bank. I've got 2 kids that are in school. So everyone is home. And I'm recording this the day after Martin Luther King Day. So everybody is home. So let's get into this. The circumstances, I'm feeling dull, which usually as the circumstance we don't really want to have an opinion, but in this case Denise isn't feeling like herself. I feel dull and everyone is home. And you know, that actually is a little different than feeling dull and having nobody home, because I usually have the house to myself. Okay, so I'm feeling dull, everyone is home, which creates a thought and a feeling. And the first thought is, everybody's home. I shouldn't be this way. Right? Because I want to be like fun mom. Like, everyone's off. Let's have some fun. Well, I'm thinking I shouldn't feel this way. I'm kind of feeling lackluster. I don't feel like doing anything. I want to lay on my couch. I don't like feeling that way. After I processed this a little bit, I realized I was really feeling inadequate, like, Now, trust me, I'm going to get to the part that you don't overeat. But this is how you can coach yourself so that you don't overeat. It's exactly what I teach in the webinar. It's exactly what I'll be teaching in our 8-week Lent group. It starts February 19th. Or it can start right away for you, because you can just book a call with me and we can get going on your stuff. So I feel inadequate. And here's what you should know, is that whatever your circumstances is, it creates a thought. And every circumstance is absolutely neutral, 100% neutral. I can go into a sabotage spiral, which was where I was going, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn it around to be a success spiral. But the circumstance doesn't change, I change. Which leads to actions of things that I'm doing or not doing. And instead of writing all of this out, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm stewing in my head like, oh, I really shouldn't be this way. I'm seeking validation like, hey guys, I hope it's okay, blah, 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 blah. Instead of just being like, hey, I'm having a bad day, or I'm having a down day, or maybe not saying anything. I'm being mopey. All I want to do is feel better. I'm looking for things to feel better. A cup of coffee, something else. Now, this is where you would eat to feel better. I just want to feel better. I hate feeling this way. I shouldn't feel this way. I sort of isolate and I hide, like, ugh, nobody really wants to be around me. What I'm not doing, I'm not actually taking care of my needs. I'm not actually looking at, hey Denise, what do you think you need right now? I'm not accepting myself that I'm there, and I'm just spinning out, like I said. It's not like I'm like, hey, why don't you go take 20 minutes to read a book? Maybe you'll feel better. And I'm not really actually saying, you know what, I need a hug. I'm not doing any of that, which might make me feel better. And so the result is that I'm proving to myself, because all I'm doing is isolating and spinning out and being like, oh, I shouldn't be this way. All I'm doing is proving to myself that I am inadequate. I've got nothing to contribute today. I'm just a bump on a log. Okay, so this, if it stays here, is blah and negative, and it will lead me to the refrigerator. It will lead me to feeling something, wanting to feel better, because if you are a woman or an estrogen American, you absolutely know that feeling unproductive is horrible. It's like the worst thing ever. You just don't feel like you're contributing. You don't feel like you can help anybody. Okay, so how do you turn this around? Well, the circumstance won't change, so I can't really do anything there. But what I can do is come at this from, what do I want to be thinking? What do I want to be feeling? What do I want? And what I realized is the only thing that I understood at this point when I was starting to turn it around was, you know what? I just want to feel like, hey, it's okay. Or not feel like. I want to be thinking in my head, it's okay. Whatever's cooking right now, it's okay. I'm okay, you're okay, we're all okay. I want to be thinking that. Because when I think that, I have a piece of acceptance of the situation, of myself, of others, and self-acceptance for me feels like love. So I know we're not supposed to put like 2 words, 2 feelings, but I'm going to say self-love. So now, if Denise says, hey, it's okay, and there's this element of acceptance, let's look at my actions. And when I come from a place of action, of acceptance, what's different? What am I doing here? Well, remember before I was like spinning out. Now I'm gentle with myself. Hey girl, we all have a day that's a little odd. And who knows, it's going to be the entire day. It could just be, hey, right now you're not really feeling it. I communicate my needs. I ask for a hug. I actually meet my needs. In terms of before, I was isolating around people, and now I just am like, oh, maybe I just need to take a few minutes. Maybe I'll go read my book. If you're Catholic, you understand this concept of offering it as suffering. Like, hey God, why don't you use this me feeling not so great to do something magical and use it to shower graces on somebody else? And I'm definitely staying connected to God, right? Because if I'm offering it to God, then I'm staying with God. I'm staying with myself. What I'm not doing is I'm not spinning out. I'm not stewing. I'm not searching for something to make me feel better. I'm okay feeling where I am. So I don't need something to make me feel better because what I'm feeling is okay. It's just a feeling. It'll pass. And I'm not trying to change myself. Right? I'm just accepting myself. And so here, what are the results? And I'm present. I'm present to the moment. I'm taking care of my needs. I have no need to eat. Do you guys see how you can have a same situation? Everybody's home. I feel dull. And I can have a success spiral. That's okay. I'm human. I'm allowed to have one of those days, which leads me to all these beautiful things about communicating my needs, being gentle with myself, and being present to the day. And isn't that really what we want? Whereas the same situation before led me into a spiral of sabotage, where now I'm looking for something to feel better, searching, and I'm going to find it because I don't like the way I feel. You guys, each situation that you have in each circumstance is 100% neutral. You need to remember that. So listen, if you love this idea and you want to learn how to do it for yourself, I put a couple links in it above. I've got a webinar where I teach you how to do this specifically so that you can stop that emotional eating. But if you want to chat like tomorrow, just book a call with me. All right, well, I'm Denise Jelinek, and I will see you back tomorrow.